2018. And with the opening face-off, we are officially underway as Bas Verhaar, or pardon me, that's Wieland Mushkins. Mushkins wins the opening draw, comes down and moves it to Aldrich van der Heide. Van der Heide, one of the best contributors, certainly number 16 in white. Somebody to keep an eye on, but this man right here, Jake Bouwman, the leading scorer for the Netherlands. He has 12 goals and 4 assists on the tournament. But here's Verhaar. Verhaar dodges to his right, moves it to X. As Van der Heide moves it over to Bouwman. That Bouwman-Van der Heide connection runs deep. These two players know each other's tendencies and like to play off one another, though it's Bouwman dodging. He gets a step. Shot goes just high. Good defense by Nelson Mack right there. But it is Bouwman with the first shot of the game. As Aldrich van der Heide, he tries to get to his left hand. He gets above GLE, rolls back to his right. Feeds it behind the cage. As here's Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst, shot, goal! Joost Vanderhorst gets the first goal of the game and puts the Netherlands on top of Hong Kong, China, 1-0. Great individual effort as he not only caught the ball, recognized he has a little bit of room to work with, and it's putting it back into your right hand right there. That's been a big shift in the lacrosse community the last 5 years. In prior years, coaches would just say, put it into your left hand and shoot. Vanderhorst says, not today. I am a right-handed player, and I will act accordingly. And he sneaks it in the off-stick hip area of Marco Fung. Great shot. And while the Netherlands won the first draw of the game, it's Hayden Churn. And off of the violation, he gets his first face-off win. So face-offs, one apiece. And this is our first chance to see Hong Kong China's offense in action. It centers around one of the best players in this entire tournament. Number 53, Logan Ip, is a guy to keep an eye on. And when he initiates, he can do it all. He's not just a guy who's going to score, but he can feed, although here comes Liam Ferris. Ferris gets ready to step in. He moves it to the backside. Back up top to Ferris. And the Netherlands, during the substitution game, they had a little bit of an unsettled situation, but they recover nicely as Hong Kong unable to get a shot off. But that could be part of the tactics, as here comes Ip. Ip, so dangerous, dodges, gets to his left hand, shot, and he stings that top right corner. Logan Ip, are you kidding me? One of the things that makes this young man so dangerous is his change of direction ability and his ability to fake everybody that he's going to the right before swim moving, getting it back over to his left. He can not only run both ways, but he can shoot both ways. As Thomas Heitzma is going to have to talk to his defenseman and say, hey, 53 has the ball and creates separation. Send 3 players. I don't care how many it takes to shut down 53 in black, but it's going to take more than one. As we're all tied up, Netherlands scores first. Hong Kong, China responds quickly. And Hayden Churn, though he had brief control over the clamp, actually ended up losing it before his teammates gave him the assist. So Hayden Churn now 66%. He's 2 for 3. And he has the ball in his stick and comes down the field. He moves it over to Wong. Wong. As watch out, Hong Kong, China gets ready to take advantage of the unsettled opportunity. Keith Sang. As the Netherlands, it looked like they were getting settled in defense. I don't think they expected Sang to push the pace. Sang says, you're not going to respect me. I'm going to at least try and make you pay for it, and gets a great shot off before Heitzma gets his first save of the day. And now the Netherlands have a chance to respond and reclaim the lead. Here comes Verschuren. Or pardon me, that is Barsingerhorn. The 7 and the 2 looks similar from up here. Barsingerhorn moves it down low. And the Netherlands feed right inside. And Casper Bovey, it was one of those tough situations when you're a crease attackman. Sometimes those passes to you, you don't know if it's supposed to go to you or to a skip from someone behind you to an open teammate. Looks like Bovey thought that it might have been an attempt at a skip pass, and that gives the ball to Hong Kong China as they get ready to clear. Logan Ip, number 53, was the first goal scorer for Hong Kong China. We'll see what they try to do to get other people on the board, although watch out, what a great play. And here come the Netherlands in transition. Shot, goal! Van der Heide takes advantage of the incredible ride. And the opportunistic Dutch take the 1-goal lead. And although Van der Heide is going to get credit with the goal, look at that right there. The Baumann-Van der Heide connection, not just effective on offense, but on the ride and in transition. So Van der Heide gets credit with the goal, Baumann with the assist and the caused turnover. If I'm Van der Heide, I'm going up to Baumann and saying, thank you for that. First round of Dr. Pepper's on me after the game. Thank you for doing all the work so that I can get the credit. As Wieland Mushkins wins the faceoff forward. Watch out, he's pushing the pace, passes it to the backside. There's Baumann. Baumann gets to his right hand, passes it up top. As Rickhoff thought about shooting before letting saner heads prevail. As there's Van der Heide. Van der Heide up to Baumann. Baumann moves it to Jorik van Baal. Van Baal using his size to get to the middle of the field. Shot and a great save by Marco Fung. Jorik van Baal just bullies his way to a dangerous area of the field. Got a good shot off, low and away. So credit to Marco Fung for making an impressive save, keeping it a 1-goal game here in the first quarter at the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. That's Liam Ferris with the ball. He moves it down. And Hong Kong China gets settled in. It was Logan Ip. They've had other opportunities, but haven't been able to sneak it past Heitzma more than once. As Ip gets ready to initiate from up top. We saw him do this again. Splits from his right to his left. Thinks about going underneath before moving it to the backside. Now it's up to Ferris. Ferris gets to his left hand. He's in the middle of the field. Is he going to turn it down and get a shot off? He thinks about it. Dodges to his right, moves back to his left. Now he moves it behind the cage. Good ball movement from Hong Kong China so far. Look to feed in the middle. The pass to Dash Sai, a little too low for anyone to handle. And as we head into break, it is the Netherlands with a 1-goal lead. More action after this, but so far it's Netherlands 2, Hong Kong China 1.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Experience real in a whole new way. From the all-new Rescue Junior, where learning about saving animals is fun, to the icy mission of the all-new Arctic Rescue, the longest and fastest straddle coaster on the West Coast, and spectacular new shows, concerts, parades, and fireworks. All in a world you need to rediscover. Get tickets as low as $64.99 during our 4th of July sale. SeaWorld San Diego. Real amazing.
We welcome you back to the action as that man right there, Thomas Heitzma, looks to keep this a 1-goal game as the Netherlands have a 2-1 lead over Hong Kong China. Ball is going to start in the Dutch stick. That was Jan-Jaap van Noort. Back to Van Noort. As a whistle, I believe, is going to give Hong Kong China the ball. Dash Sai picks up the ball, and is he going to push the pace a little bit? Somewhat of an unsettled situation, but Hong Kong China does not have the numbers, so they decide to slow it down, get everything settled, get their preferred personnel on. This Hong Kong China team, really cool story. They actually got into the area, into San Diego on June 10th to prepare. One of the better prepared teams. This is a team that trains consistently together, as we see Kelvin Mack, shot and a goal! Kelvin Mack, the right-handed menace, goes right down the alley and sneaks one by Heitzma. And we just see a great individual effort here. Tees up the short stick defensive mid. He realizes he has just a little bit of opportunity. And that shot placement is so difficult to stop if you're a goalie. Not only are you expecting far side pipe relatively consistently, but to have it go near side and low. Very good placement by Mack on the individual effort, and he ties it up. So we got a 2-2 ball game. Face-offs have been a back-and-forth affair. Although there's Mushkins. He pushed it on the last face-off. Goes for the reverse left-handed shovel pass. Unfortunately, that doesn't make it to the intended target. Although watch out for that loose ball scrum. I thought Casper Bovey might have had a chance. Although ball squirts out of the goalie's stick, and now it is a 2-on-1. As Marco Fung gets it back, but he is hounded by Bovey. Fung moves it all the way over the field. He's looking for Raymond Way. As Evan Mockleme picks up the loose ball. I was able to watch Evan Mockleme's game earlier, certainly impressed with his ability to get to his right hand and his shot. Although here's young Dash Sai. He's certainly the intended target. One of the crafty off-ball players, hunts space so well among other talents. And here is Kei Chan. Chan staying up top. Looks like he might try to initiate here. Although Chan moves it over. And here's Mockleme, the dangerous righty. Mockleme moves it to the backside. Here's Chan. Chan escapes the double team. Back to Sai. Sai looks to get underneath. Shot. Goal! You can't give Dash Sai that much space, and after some beautiful ball movement, Hong Kong China breaks down the Netherlands defense and takes their first lead of the game. Look at the ball movement. Mockleme back to Chen, and then Dash Sai with the face dodge, not only beating the double, but avoiding the slide, and you can see the frustration from Heitzma right there. As Heitzma says, fellas, we got to do something. We got to stop these players from getting shots off. We're 19 in black right on your screen there. Dash Sai will convert every time. So Hong Kong, China with a 3-2 lead. And a good battle here so far by both teams. We got a good old-fashioned 3-on-3 scrum. Referee's hand is up. Believe that might be a slash or maybe a push, loose ball push. Loose ball hold, actually. It's going to be on Hong Kong, China. So the Netherlands are going to get the ball. Olaf van Nielen. Nielen comes down, uses his size as Van der Heide is going to give it a go on his defenseman. He rolls back to his left, gets to a relatively dangerous area of the field, but great back check. Raymond Way. As Van der Heide worked to get to the dangerous area of the field, number 20 in black right there. Way appearing in his second men's world championship through the great back check, but it is going to be a flag down. So the Netherlands has a chance to tie it up on the man-up opportunity. They go with a 0 set to start, leaving a lot of space in the middle of the field. Look for off-ball movement and off-ball cuts as their man-up unit moves it around. And here's Van der Horst. He moves it up to Van Ball. And it's De Vries playing up top as well. Although here's the backside. There's Bauman. Bauman moves it up top. Shot! Goal! Jorik Van Ball steps into the lane and hammers with the high heat. Good job by Jake Bauman to identify that Van Baal was the man of the hour. And with that pass right there and the size of the Dutch, Van Baal appears to be about 6'5", so that overhand heat, a little bit more deceptive of a shot. Marco Fung maybe used to stopping shots on some shorter members because this Netherlands team is tall. You walk by them on the sidelines, your neck's moving up. And sometimes that release point on tall shooters is tricky for goaltenders to handle. It's been an advantage for the Netherlands all tournament long. As Graham Rickhoff looks to secure the loose ball, he's unable to do it. And there's Evan Mockleme. Mockleme looks to escape the double team. Is he going to be able to do it? Stick goes flying. Great pressure. Jan Schoenen not only causes the turnover, but picks it up and presses the pace a little bit as he throws a pass to the backside to Jake Bauman. Bauman with the great assist on the last man up goal. He's going to take his defenseman, try and take him to the rack, tries to go underneath before he spins back, goes back underneath, goes back up top. It's the spin cycle from Bauman before he moves it out, and the Netherlands are going to sub on extra men, although watch out, they're not afraid to push as they make substitutions. 45 seconds left here. He's Van der Heide. Van der Heide, is he going to shoot? He tries to beat the double. Ball's on the deck as Van der Heide forced the issue. Hong Kong, China, watch out. Van der Heide with the great pressure gives the Netherlands a chance. Shot and just goes wide. As Jelle Erik de Vries, happy birthday to Jelle Erik de Vries. As watch out, here comes Hong Kong, China, Wing Churn. Churn comes down. This is a true fast break, ladies and gentlemen. Pass to the backside, shot, near side, sting. Tony Ko, welcome to the party. And normally when you're running a fast break, the first pass that you make is to your left. Good recognition to say that's the open man. And that near side, so difficult for goaltenders to stop. And Tony Ko, with about an inch to spare and 10 seconds on the shot clock, gives Hong Kong, China a lead. We'll see if they are able to carry that into the second quarter. Going to have to stop the Netherlands face-off unit for about 10 seconds. And after a brief battle, looks like we're going to get out of this quarter with a nice 3-on-3 ground ball scrum, but no goal, no momentum for either team. Although watch out, don't want to get a penalty heading into the half or into the quarter. No flags on the play, so after the end of the first quarter, it is Hong Kong, China 4, Netherlands 3 in an action-packed first quarter. Logan Ip, one of the better players in this entire tournament. One-goal game. Hong Kong, China up 1. More after this.
Check out the World Lacrosse apparel collection from Epic Lacrosse, the new sponsor of this year's World Lacrosse Men's Championship. You can also visit worldlax2023.shop and explore their wide range of collections of designs that include this year's official event logo, alongside custom apparel that includes all 30 nations in the competition. Don't miss your chance to show your passion for the game and take home a piece of history here today.
We welcome you back to the second quarter. After one quarter of play, it's Hong Kong, China 4, Netherlands 3. On a back and forth affair, we've seen transition goals, near side stings. Netherlands, Hong Kong, China. With an entertaining first quarter, we'll see who strikes first here in the second. And watch out, those unsettled situations have been advantageous for both teams. As Aldrich van der Heide dodges to his left. Van der Heide, one of the pillars of this Dutch offense. As he moves it over to Jelle Erik de Vries. He's been playing in every World Championship since 2010. And it's his birthday. So if you're tuning in, happy birthday to Jelle Erik de Vries, 14 in white. I asked how old he was, and the coaching staff kept making jokes about how he's 100 years old. So I actually don't know how old he is, as Verhaar looks to initiate from behind. He's guarded by Matt C. Pass through the middle of the defense. We'll see if van der Heide can take advantage of it. He's known for those spin cycles. Shot and goes just wide. He was hunting that near side corner as Bas Verhaar is going to start things off. And welcome to the party, Joost van der Horst. He's coming in from the midfield. Jelle Erik de Vries with the ball. There's van der Horst. Van der Horst moves it down to Jake Bouwman, the player to watch here today, the leading goal scorer. 12 goals in the tournament so far. As here's Bouwman. He's guarded by Tommy Churn. Bouwman looks to take advantage of the pick play. Fakes the shot, goes underneath before rolling back out, moving it over to Eric Hugeveen. Hugeveen gets ready to initiate. He dodges to his left hand. Hugeveen with the swim move as he barrels his way towards the cage. We'll see if he tries to back his way in, and he does. Gets a shot off of the roll dodge as Hugeveen looked to get his first of the day. But Marco Fung says absolutely not. And Hong Kong, China settles in for the clear, which again plays such an important role here at the World Lacrosse Men's Championship. I'm Nick Ocello. Thank you very much for tuning in from wherever in the world you're watching from. Logan Ip with the ball. He moves it over to Kelvin Mack. There's Dash Sai. Sai and Wong playing a little game of catch before moving it back up to Mack. And here's Liam Ferris. He's going to take a stab at it. Dodges to his left. And pass down low. Tries to go underneath. Shot, and the diving attempt by Wesley Wong goes just wide, and they're going to call him in the crease. And the Netherlands escape the daring attempt from Wong unscathed. And now they have a chance to return down to the offensive side of the field. A quick possession there for Hong Kong, China. Normally they like to slow down and break the defense down over time. But that doesn't mean they're not ready to be opportunistic. As Jan-Jaap van Noort comes down the field, he moves it over to Bas Verhaar. Here's Verhaar. He's guarded by Jackie Chu. And we'll see what the Netherlands draw up. There's Hugeveen. He took the shot on the last possession after backing his way in. Jasper Barsingerhorn. And watch out, here comes Meerman. A little bit of an unsettled situation. Meerman with a full head of steam. Shot and another save. Marco Fung. Fung doing such a good job in cage, and good job by Nelson Mack to scoop up that loose ball and try and escape pressure. He's doing his best as that Netherlands ride gave a little bit of problem. But Ho Chak Sum in his second Men's World Championship comes down and solo missions the clear. Evan Maclamé, he's been quiet. He's certainly a threat to shoot, so don't be surprised if the ball's coming out of him. There's Dash Sai and Maclamé working the right-handed side of the field so well before moving it up top to Logan Ip. Logan Ip, dangerous dodger. He moves it to his left. Passes it off to Maclamé. Good little action here by Hong Kong, China. Maclamé tries to body the Netherlands defender, but moves it back up to Ip. Dodges to his left. Shot goes just wide, although it does hit Finn Ahrens. And Ahrens not only prevents the ball from going out, but scoops it up. Moves it up to Verhaar. And watch out, here comes the Hong Kong, China ride as Kei Chan causes some issues. And Dash Sai with the physical play. This Hong Kong China ride certainly impressive, taking a note out of the Pat Kavanaugh and Kavanaugh Brothers playbook from Notre Dame, although an unsettled situation for the Netherlands. Pass to the backside. Great job handling it. Jan Schoenen. Schoenen steps in. And good job by Marco Fung. Marco Fung's been playing very, very well today and is a big reason why Hong Kong China maintains the 1-goal lead here in the second quarter. And what started out as a little bit of a fireworks offensive matchup in the first quarter has slowed down, and now we got a goalie and defensive battle here in the second quarter. We'll see if that man right there, Kelvin Mack, can do anything about that. Hong Kong China proud that a vast majority of their roster live in Hong Kong, started playing lacrosse in Hong Kong. Many of them attend Hong Kong University, where they start playing lacrosse and learning about the game, not as 8 to 9-year-olds like sometimes you see in hotbed lacrosse areas, but 18 to 20. They're picking up sticks for the first time. Very impressive to see how much that program has grown and what they've been able to accomplish as the ball moves around the horn. Jab set, middle of the field, shot, and the bouncer goes just high. Matt C. getting in on the action as Thomas Heitzma, happy to see that one bounce over the net. Here's Wesley Wong. Wong moves it around. Kelvin Mack moves it behind. And we're going to see just how Hong Kong China decides to initiate. Is it going to be that man, Liam Ferris, with the shovel shot, and a great stop by Thomas Heitzma on what would have been one of the goals of the tournament for Hong Kong China, coming out of the stick of number 21, Liam Ferris, not only with the shovel shot, but the shovel shot with pressure. And an errant pass by the Netherlands is going to give Dragon Chong the ball, although he's hounded by the Netherlands ride. But watch out, maybe an unsettled situation. We'll see if Hong Kong China decides to put their foot on the gas. They decide against it, and with less than 8 minutes to play in the second quarter, a goalie battle has broken out. Marco Fung versus Thomas Heitzma, as both offenses struggling to sneak him past their respective goalies. Here's Evan Mockleme. He goes to his left hand before bringing it back to his right. Shot! Goal! You can't give Mockleme that much room. And on the great S-dodge, Mockleme makes it a 2-goal game as Hong Kong China takes a 2-goal lead for the first time here in the 13th place game. Hong Kong China 5, Netherlands 3.
Children's Hospital in New York, the largest children's hospital on the West Coast. We rank among the very best pediatric healthcare systems in the U.S. Rady Children's is proud to be the presenting partner for this year's Men's World Lacrosse Championship. USA Lacrosse is proud to serve as the host nation for this year's World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Find out more about what we do and why we do it today. Log on to usalacrosse.com for more information. Download the official event app for daily schedules, scores, stats, and more. Download the Superfan Loyalty app from the Android or Apple Store and search for 2023 World Lacrosse.
The 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship is sponsored by Rady Children's Hospital, the largest children's hospital on the West Coast, ranked among the 10 best children's hospitals in the nation. We welcome you back to a beautiful San Diego day. Ocean breeze, keeping everything as cool as possible as Hong Kong China's offense heats up as they take a 2-goal lead out of the stick of number 35, Evan Mockleme, on the great individual effort. And face-offs have been a back-and-forth affair here today as Wieland Mushkins gets in on the action, and he decides to think about pressing it before letting saner heads prevail. Those face-off guys, sometimes they can press, sometimes they can press themselves right into trouble. So good job to put his foot on the brakes. As the Netherlands offense relies oftentimes on individual opportunities, as Van der Heide is certainly known to create space on his own, as Jelle Erik de Vries. De Vries has been playing in these World Championship games since 2010. De Vries dodges to his left, but that's just to get a substitution opportunity. Netherlands has a step. Are they going to do anything with it? They are not, as Bas Verhaar comes in from the midfield. Ball is in Verhaar's stick. And the Netherlands more than happy to slow the pace down a little bit, not let Hong Kong China's offense maintain that positive momentum that they had as Verhaar gets ready to dodge. He goes to his right, creates a little bit of space. Pass up top, shot goes just wide. Erik Hugeveen. Hugeveen's had 2 shots here, both good opportunities, but credit to Marco Fung. Fung's held tight as the Netherlands getting yet another good look as here's Van der Horst. Van der Horst gets the momentum, tries to run by his defender. Great job by Ho Chak Sum. Chak Sum still on the ball here. And the good rollback by Van der Horst is another chance and another stop. That one ricocheted off the Hong Kong China defenseman. And in the battle for 13th place, Hong Kong China's defense more than happy to get in the way of those shots as they battle for prestige here at the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championships. And watch out, now the foot is fully on the gas for the Netherlands. And maybe that loose ball is going to slow things down as Jelle Erik de Vries squares up his defenseman. He's guarded by Jackie Chu. A matchup to keep an eye on. Although watch out for this man, Van der Heide. Van der Heide moves it to the backside. Great inside roll. Shot goes off the pipe. And Hong Kong China escapes as Marco Fung secures the ball. He might have to thank his little orange friend, the post, for making the most recent save. But a good offensive possession by the Netherlands, though they didn't come away with a goal. They broke down that Hong Kong China defense and got a couple good looks, so credit to Marco Fung and credit to the Hong Kong China defense for making it difficult as here comes Dash Sai. He's gotten in on the scoring action here today. He's hounded by Jan-Jaap van Noort. As it's moved up top. There's Kelvin Mack. Mack up to Maclame. There's Kai Chan. Chan moves it down low. There's Tony Ko. Ko's gotten in on the action as well, or pardon, yep, that's Tony Ko. Tony Ko moves it up top. Hong Kong China knows their players' tendencies so well. They know the spots that they want to pick, the spots where they want to execute. And Evan Maclame did it just before the break. Is he going to do it again? He initiated from this exact spot, got to his right hand and shot. Gets to his right hand again. Netherlands needs to go. Good pass back to the backside. Another pass as here comes Kelvin Mack with the spin cycle. Good job by Van Noort to defend that as Kai Chan looks to initiate. He gets to his right hand, gets a little bit of space. Shot goes just high. Good job by Kai Chan to get that shot off. And it's going to be Wesley Wong from behind. Wong moves it over to Sai. Sai up top to Maclame. Whistle. And that's going to be the first time out of the half for Hong Kong China. And with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left, the men in black, Hong Kong China, are going to take a second to reorganize after what was a pretty good look by Kai Chan. But credit to Thomas Heitzma and to Marco Fung, both goaltenders playing pretty well here so far in the first half from Hong Kong China. You have a number of weapons on the field. We've seen Evan Maclame do it. We've seen Kai Chan do it. Everybody knows that Logan Ip can do it. But even on the backside, keep an eye out for guys like Liam Ferris and Dash Sai, who play that off-ball role so well. That doesn't mean to say that they're not going to initiate. But you pass it to 19 or 21 in black on the backside. They are going to bury it. So a bit of a handful for this Netherlands defense. And catching up with the coaching staff of Hong Kong China's program before the game. Again, so cool that a vast majority of their players live, train, work together in Hong Kong, China. They got out here a number of days early. They got in on June 10th to begin preparing. They were working out at local high schools, local gyms, even took a trip up to the Los Angeles Chargers facility. Cool moment. Ball's going to start in the stick of Kelvin Mack. Logan Ip is up top, a player to watch out for. Jan Schoenen playing defense. Brady Vibrance is going to be on ball here, although Hugaving gets beat to the middle. Watch out. Here comes Kelvin Mack. Mack to the backside. Here comes Logan Ip. So dangerous. Gets to his right hand. Pass inside. Feed. Shot goes just wide. Rebound attempt. Here he comes. Dash side. Beats the double. Triple team. And he scores. Number 19 doing it all. Scooping the loose ball off of the errant shot and beating not one, not two, but three Dutch defensemen. And a great job as we see the pass go just wide. And the opportunistic dash side not only beats his man, beats the second, third defender, gets the shot off, takes the hit. And you can see what that meant to the Hong Kong China players. Their bench exploded as Hong Kong China takes a 3-goal lead in what was a back-and-forth affair for most of the first half. Hong Kong China has done a good job to separate themselves as they take the first 3-goal lead of the game. Good job by Hayden Churn to win the face-off right there. The face-offs were back and forth, and here comes Churn pushing the pace a little bit. Churn has Sai on the backside. Churn has space, and Churn has a shot that goes just wide. But a great job by Churn to be opportunistic and to take advantage of that unsettled situation. I don't think the Netherlands defense was ready for that. As a great poke check by Janyap Varnu, or I believe that was Verschura. Put the ball on the ground. And Hong Kong China is going to take their second timeout of the half. So they're all out of timeouts. Netherlands still have their 2. But smart timeout by Hong Kong China right there. Some of those unsettled situations, you just want to take a second, get a little bit of a breather. The turf is hot today, even though that cool California ocean breeze, keeping everybody cool up here in the booth, certainly doesn't help when that turf heats up. And you are watching the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Thank you to our good friends over at Rady Children's Hospital. 1 minute, 28 seconds left to play as Hong Kong China looks to hang on to a 3-goal lead. Or 4-goal lead. Apologies. I was not a math major. 7-3 here. Another cool thing about this Hong Kong China program, talking to their coaching staff, they do have realistic goals. They realize that competing and beating teams like the USA and Canada might be a couple years off. So their goal coming into this was, let's crack the top 14. Let's cut our ranking in half. And they have done so here today with great pool play. And some great performances from Hong Kong China. They have the opportunity to finish 13th, at worst 14th. So congratulations to them. But here comes Evan Mocklame. 1 minute, 28 seconds left here in the first half. We'll see what Hong Kong China just drew up in their last timeout as Chan. He moves it over to Wei. Wei in the stick of Chan. Chan over to Mocklame as there's Sai. Sai moves it down low to Wong. And here's some good off-ball movement by Hong Kong China, creating a little bit of confusion on the backside for the Netherlands. Mocklame gets it down low before getting it back up top. Bit of a passing Contest is broken out as we're under 1 minute left to play. Here's Dash Sai. He gets above his defenseman. Shot goes near side bouncer. Tricky little shot right there. Tony Ko backs it up, keeps possession with Hong Kong China. Gotten a couple good looks as Maklame thought about stepping in before Chan tries to drag his defenseman Verschura outside. Up to Chan. Chan up to Maklame. Maklame playing with Chan. Chan shot goes near side. Great placement. And Chan takes advantage of the space and the continual pressure that Hong Kong China was breaking down. Look at the placement right there. Very few times do you see better near side, stick side high. If you're aiming at that corner, that better be on target. It was. And now it's a 4-goal game, so it is 7-3. Hong Kong China taking the 4-goal lead over the Netherlands. Just under 30 seconds left here to play. Anybody's guess as to who wins the face-off. It's been a back-and-forth affair here in the first half. And looks like we're going to have a good old-fashioned loose ball scrum, 3 versus 3. Who's going to come up with it? Everybody battling, and it's going to be Hong Kong China. Raymond Wei. And they're pushing the pace. 10 seconds left. Evan Maklame, he passes it. Pass sails over the intended target. No chance for Wesley Wong to secure that, as Janyap van Noort is going to maybe take his 3-wood, and he just sends it down to the other side of the field, although it's intercepted by Hong Kong China. Maklame as watch out, careful. Don't want to be taking baseball swings as time expires. So at the end of the first half, Hong Kong China puts together a great run in the second quarter. Is that man right there, Dash Sai, doing it all for the Hong Kong China offense. Netherlands come together, need to talk some strategy. How do we stop them? How do we get possession? But a great start here for Hong Kong China in the first half as they battle for 13th place here at the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. At the end of 1, Hong Kong China 7, Netherlands 3.
Be sure to check out the World Lacrosse apparel collection from Epic Lacrosse, the premier sponsor of this year's World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Visit WorldLax2023.com and explore a diverse range and collection of designs that include the event's official logo, alongside custom apparel representing all 30 nations in the competition. Don't miss your chance to show your passion for the game and take home a piece of history here this afternoon. Continue your support for the lacrosse community right here in San Diego with the San Diego Seals. Join your local professional lacrosse team at Pechanga Arena, San Diego for the 2023-24 NLL season, starting at play this December. Log on to SealsLax.com for season tickets and follow the team on social media at SealsLax.
An explosion of offense in the second quarter has Hong Kong China fans certainly happy. Their faithful always making noise, giving their players a little bit of juice as they have a 7-3 lead. And it starts with Marco Fung, the goaltender for Hong Kong China, stepping up big for the entirety of the first half, making save after save, and not easy ones at that, as he not only stuffs the 5-hole, but stops the stick side high as well. But it wasn't all goaltending. It was Logan Ip getting Hong Kong China on the board with an absolutely nasty split and left-handed shot before Kelvin Mack and Mockleme doing all kinds of work, and the shot selection from Hong Kong China, as we see not only a dodge to the left, but getting back to the strong hand, making it a nightmare for Thomas Heitzman. But Dash Sai beating not 1, 2, 3, but even taking a little bit of action from the fourth Netherlands defender before burying it. And just before the break, Kai Chen putting a little bit of icing on the second quarter that went so well for Hong Kong China. 7-3 here in beautiful Southern California here at the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Hong Kong China 7, Netherlands 3. More after this.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Welcome you back to the action where Hong Kong China has a 4-goal lead over the Netherlands as they created a bit of a lead in the second quarter right there. But the Netherlands started good. They were controlling a number of the possessions, particularly off of the face-offs. That face-off game so important when there's no shot clock. So they started hot, controlling the majority of the possessions, as we saw Wieland Mushkins do a good job. And their offense was hot to start, as great placement by Vanderhorst. And it was a back and forth slugfest as the great ride created unsettled opportunities. Van der Heide beats Fung there. But after that, Hong Kong China was taking the lead. But we've seen flashes of brilliance from this Netherlands offense, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're coming together and saying, guys, we have the pieces. We just need a little bit of the consistency here at beautiful San Diego State University in a battle for bragging rights and for the claim that you're the 13th best team in the world. This tournament's been such a great blend of cultures, and both of these teams putting on and proudly representing for the last time here in what's been an absolute gauntlet. I'm tired of just standing in the booth and talking. Can only imagine what these players have been through, but they fight through the bumps and bruises as Hong Kong China takes a 7-3 lead over the Netherlands. Second half action after this. We see the Hong Kong China defense right there. Certainly ready for the task of limiting the Netherlands offense, which they did a great job of in the second quarter particularly. And now they have a lead to protect. As we see little vehicle head across, making sure everybody's hydrated. Drink your water. The Hong Kong China faithful on the sidelines, they've been bringing noise sticks to every game that Hong Kong China's played, certainly giving a little bit of energy, a little bit of juice to the men in black here today. And as we kick off the second half, I am Nick Ocello. Thank you very much for joining me here at the 13th place game at the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. And the opening face-off of the second half is going to be in the stick of Yang Shonen. And Shonen is going to head off and give the offensive players of Netherlands a chance to clear. Certainly the start that you were looking for. Netherlands started hot on the face-off. Won, I believe, the 6 out of the first 7-ish before things cooled off in that second quarter. Great pass up to Bas Verhaar, as Verhaar is going to settle in as Raymond Way gets ready to go out and defend as the wind picks up just a little bit. I'm sure the players are happy about that. No wind, it'd be a little hot out on the field as Verhaar guarded by Ho Chak Sum, and Netherlands moving it around, playing patience. As here's Brady Vibrance. He's been quiet today. He dodges to his left. Shoulder shovel shot. Goes off the shoulder of Marco Fung, and now we got a good old scrap for the rebound. Hong Kong China is going to get it. Netherlands offense didn't know where that ball deflected from, and I don't blame them. And a great ride right there by Jelle Erik de Vries. And Hong Kong China's Raymond Way just getting harassed by 3 separate Dutch players before a flag. It's like it's going to be a 30-second hold on Brady Vibrance. Sometimes you want to play with that fire, but you don't want that fire to come back and burn you. As it's going to be Hong Kong China with the man-up opportunity here. 6 on 5. We'll see what they decide to do with it. A team that puts a priority and a premium on crisp ball movement and off-ball cuts. Wouldn't be surprised if they have something drawn up. And the ball movement is already off to a good start as the fake pass creates space. Shot! Goal! Tony Ko with the fake pass that everybody bit for. Gave him the space That top right corner didn't stand a chance. Tony Ko doing it all. We look at a little bit of a rotation right here, some miscommunication, and that little fake pass right there created the opportunity, as it is no longer Thomas Heitzma in net. They've done this a couple games where they switch goaltenders at half, so welcome to the game, Ernie Alberts. Tough look for Alberts on the first shot when Tony Ko just painted that top right corner as we approach the 12-minute mark here in the third quarter. As a lot of these faceoffs have turned into 3-on-3 scrums, and a lot of them have gone Hong Kong China's way. Evan Maclame scooping up the loose ball off of the wing play. We've seen him do a little bit of everything, initiating, shooting, scoring, getting loose balls off the wing. Certainly a versatile player, as Kelvin Mack comes in and relieves Maclame of his duty. There's the man right there, Kai Chan. Chan's put together a good game. One of the craftier, more agile players, so expect for him to initiate. As Hong Kong China settles in, there's Kelvin Mack. Mack drops the ball but is not in danger. Mack looks to initiate. He dodges to his right hand, gets to the middle of the field. Is he going to turn it down and get a shot off? He is. Shot goes just wide. Kelvin Mack on the individual effort, backed up by Dash Sai. As I thought about taking a shot, he moves it over to Chen. Chen moves it behind, back up to Chan. And Hong Kong China being methodical in their approach, as there's Kelvin Mack. Mack moves it back up to Chan. Chan dodges to his right hand. Good spacing by the Netherlands defense, as that errant pass is a glimmer of hope for the Netherlands as they look to crawl their way out of a 5-goal deficit. Defensive stops like that one are the way to do it. Hong Kong China look to initiate from all over the field, but the organization, particularly on the backside, some of those dodges from Hong Kong China, you can tell, yeah, I might be able to shoot, but here comes an unsettled situation. Yellow Eric De Vries moves it to the backside. Shot goes just wide. Jake Bauman, rarely do you see him miss an open opportunity, and in pushing in transition, looking to dig your way out of the hole. Those ones have got to fall. As Vonderheide gets to his left hand, he takes a shot. Good lift check there by Nelson Mack. As here comes the Netherlands. Casper Bovey with the ball. Little high step as he rolls back to his left hand, gets above the net, and oh my goodness! Puts it back to his right hand before the shovel shot, high bouncer. He took advantage of the individual matchup. And my goodness, I wasn't expecting this backhand shovel shot. Casper Bovey with the high step before rolling back, posting up his defenseman. I thought he was just going to get a shot off with his left hand, so what does he do? Puts it in his right. And that's an impossible ask from Wilson Wong. So both goaltenders had the first half and then have been replaced by their counterparts. Marco Fung for Hong Kong China played a remarkable first half, and now it's Wilson Wong with the impossible task to stop that shovel shot high bouncer. Thomas Heitzma played a good half for the Netherlands, and now it's Ernie Alberts. As yet another faceoff turns into a scrum, and yet another faceoff goes Hong Kong China's way. Here comes Evan Maclame. He was the top scorer in the 2018 Men's World Championship. Big reason is his ability to maintain possession as he battles through two Dutch defensemen. And here comes Hong Kong China, looking to make it a 5-goal lead once again, as there's a flag down on the field, so a free possession. And unfortunately, they took a step just out of the box. Have to keep it in the box when the flag's down on the field. If you take it out, they're going to blow the whistle, stop play, and send the guilty party to the penalty box. So they don't get the free possession, or certainly not a shot off of the free possession, but they do get the man-up opportunity. And we're going to take a quick break, but It's Hong Kong, China. Everything going their way, but the Netherlands look to fight their way back. A man-up opportunity for Hong Kong, China after this.
For more than 135 years, public transit has been serving the San Diego community and helping it thrive. The MTS will dedicate a wrapped trolley service on the Green Line between venues during the opening ceremony, opening match, the medal rounds, and the closing ceremony. And with all three venues right off the Green Line for the trolley, fans can easily ride MTS to all three venues to catch all the action. Rady Children's Hospital. San Diego is the largest children's hospital on the West Coast and consistently ranked among the very best pediatric healthcare systems in the U.S. Rady Children's is proud to be the presenting partner for this year's men's championship. Continue your support of the lacrosse community in San Diego with the San Diego Seals. Cheer on your local professional lacrosse team at Pechanga Arena, San Diego for the 23-24 season beginning in December. Stop by the info booth on the concourse or log on to sealslax.com for season seats and follow us on social media at sealslax.
That was good. Thank you. Oh, I don't know. I got your back. At the face. All day. All day. Saw something.
We welcome you back to the action where Hong Kong, China looks to take a 5-goal lead over the Netherlands, and a man-up opportunity is a big chance to do just that. We've seen them score before. But a good job by the Dutch defenseman to get in the way of that passing lane. Feed to the crease. Hey! A little bit of a shovel. Backside shot by Evan Mockleme. Impressive stick skills on display here from Hong Kong, China, as they look to run a little bit of a wheel action. 2 lever passes to the backside. Watch out for that. That is deadly for those man-down units. And good spacing, an up-ball unit pass to the backside. Hitch. I thought that was going to be a shot. And the pass goes just wide. As Evan Mockleme had me fooled. I was ready to watch the net move. He has one of the best shots on this Hong Kong, China team, so when he stepped in, pretended to shoot, he had me fooled. And the Netherlands with a chance to clear. Here comes Graham Rickhoff. You just see the size from the Dutchman right here. A special opportunity for the Netherlands here, as talking to their coaching staff, they guessed that about a third of the team, they know that this is their last chance to put on the orange and white and represent their country. So many players have been a part of this team for so long, most notably Jelle Erik de Vries. He's been playing in every World Championship since 2010, a 23-year run for number 14 in white, and he has notified all of us that this is going to be his last chance suiting up for the Netherlands. So a bit of a let's do it for the old guys. They jokingly let me know about as a rollback, as another rollback shot goes just high. Jorik van Baal. But a great mix of veterans and the core that the veterans are going to pass the torch off to, as Baumann feeds it to the crease. Shot, quick stick, great save. Wilson Wong, he gets in on the action. Pass back up top, thought about a shot, feed over to the backside. And things slow down for a second, although watch out. Wilson Wong with back-to-back very impressive saves off of good looks by the Netherlands. Netherlands attempt to ride. No flag down yet, but they've gotten 1 or 2 in those ride situations. As it's Tommy Churn with the ball. Churn moves it over to Wong. Wong back-to-back saves, keeping this a 4-goal lead for Hong Kong, China. He relieved Marco Fung, who put together a great first half of his duties. So often you'll see the split of play time between 2 darn good goalies, and that's what Hong Kong, China has. Officially under the 5-minute mark to play here. Both teams battling for 13th place and the bragging rights that come along with it. as the wind has picked up considerably. Don't know if you can hear that in the background. As Van der Schure comes up, and here comes Evan Mockleme. Mockleme's put together quite a game. Matt C. Here comes C. C gets to his right hand, moves it to the backside. Good ball movement from Hong Kong China. They've been doing it all game. As Mockleme gets underneath, sticks it in his right hand, moves it up top to Chan. Chan to the backside. As a great feed, gives a look and a great save by Ernie Alberts. A great two-man game up top between Kai Chan and Dash Sai. Dash Sai with two defensemen all over him. Gets the lever pass out of his stick. Chan with the shot, but Alberts with the save. A little bit of a goalie battle is broken out. Watch out. We saw that in the first half. As here comes the Netherlands. Shot goes high. Yorick von Ball trying to do it all himself. And a great job by Wilson Wong to back up the shot. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here to play. Hong Kong China with the chance to clear. And what was a fast-paced first quarter. Both defenses, both goaltenders making adjustments, and things have slowed down considerably. Liam Ferris with the ball up top. He moves it to Dash Sai. Sai, such a great look up to Chan on the last time as he feeds it to Kelvin Mack. Mack's going to dodge to his right hand. And Hong Kong China, they have that Netherlands defense spread out pretty far. A little bit of open space. We'll just see what they decide to do with it. As there's Logan Ip. Logan Ip calling for correct numbers. I think Hong Kong China might have thought they had 6, only had 5. Good recognition by Ip up top to say, come on out and join us, Kai Chan. As here comes Mack. Mack again dodges to his right, moves it down low. Pass to the backside. And just bullying his way. Is that going to draw a flag? Dash Sai. No call. Interesting as Dash Sai backed his way into those dangerous areas on the Netherlands defense. Ball hit the deck, and here comes the Netherlands pushing the other way. They have a little bit of space, and it's going to be a pass to the backside. Shot goes just high. Casper Bovey with the look. A great job by Jan Schoenen. As Schoenen with the great pass to Casper Bovey. As here comes Brady Vibrance. Vibrance looks to initiate, draws the double team, moves it to the backside. DeVries hitches, tries to get to the middle before rolling back. Again getting to the middle. Shot goes just, great save by Wilson Wong. But what an effort from Jelle Erik DeVries, and a happy birthday to him at that. On this special Netherlands team, Brady Vibrance initiates from behind, tries to get to his right hand, rolls back to his left before coming back and committing to his right. Pass in the middle of the field, trying to beat the double, and he does. Casper Bovey with redemption from the fast break gets to the heart of the Hong Kong China defense and just sneaks it past Marco Fung. A great possession for the Dutch offense, as we see not only great individual efforts, but as soon as he drew that switch, passed it, and on the late approach, it's Bovey who handled pressure well. And as we approach the 30-second mark, if Netherlands can pull something off and make this a 2-goal game going into the fourth, watch out. They have a little bit of momentum after that last great offensive opportunity. As Hong Kong China 8, Netherlands 5. Is that going to be the score as we head into the fourth? A face-off violation on the Netherlands. It's going to give Hayden Churn the ball, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. I believe that was Hong Kong China that took the timeout. So with the timeout from Hong Kong China, they're going to take a second, make sure that they have their matchup squared away, make sure that they are not going to give up anything in transition. So as they look to make it another 4-goal game, one of the things that they're going to keep an eye out is that reverse transition. Let's do our best to get a little bit of insurance heading into the fourth, but let's make sure that we have a midfielder, maybe two midfielders up top, ready to prevent any transition opportunities. Hong Kong China's offense has put together a complete game. Normally the story of the day is Logan Ip, and while he did have the first goal for them, it's been an offense by committee. Number 19, Dash Sai, getting in on the action. Evan Mocklame, Kelvin Mack, and Kai Chen with the absolute sting on the last man-up opportunity that they had. So we'll see what the Hong Kong China coaching staff, so friendly, so welcoming, has drawn up for the men in black. As we see them right there, just make sure they're all on the same page. Number 53, Logan Ip. He's a stud at Harvard. Originally committed to Notre Dame before switching and deciding to join Jerry Byrne at the Crimson. As Evan Mocklame is going to start with the ball in his stick. Netherlands defense getting their matchup set. They want Olaf van Nielen out on Mocklame. So it's Mocklame versus van Nielen up top. As there's Kelvin Mack. Mack gets it to his left hand, passes it across, and here comes the man of the day, Logan Ip. Shot! Oh my goodness! It's as easy as that for 5-3 in black. The design set play to draw the defenseman up top for the Netherlands a little bit down low, giving the sweep as we see a pass goes in front of Mack's face to Logan Ip, who has an absolute cannon, a laser, a missile, whatever you want to call it. Logan Ip has it, and that is exactly what Hong Kong China wanted to see. As the lead is back up to 4 goals with 13 seconds left to play. Here in the third quarter, ball goes flying up, lands right in the stick of Matt C. Although, barring anything crazy here, as Netherlands try to get it to any offensive player, as time is going to expire in the third quarter with the physical play. So after 3 quarters of play, Hong Kong China 9, Netherlands 5. More fourth quarter action after this.
Want to turn your vision into reality? Then Impact Canopy, the proud sponsor of this year's World Lacrosse Men's Championship, has got you covered with a complete line of high-quality custom branding options and a wide variety of dependable off-the-shelf solutions. From teams to tournaments, let the #1 field and event branding specialist help you make an impact on and off the field. Check out ImpactCanopy.com today and call them for a free mock-up. Impact Canopy, more than just canopies. At SeaWorld San Diego, experience real in a whole new way. From the all-new Rescue Junior, we're learning about saving animals is fun, to the icy mission of the all-new Arctic Rescue, the longest and fastest straddle coaster on the West Coast, and a spectacular brand-new pirate stunt show with water acrobats along with summer concerts, parades, and fireworks, all in a world that you need to rediscover. SeaWorld San Diego. Real amazing.
The 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship is sponsored by Rady Children's Hospital, the largest children's hospital on the West Coast, ranked among the 10 best children's hospitals in the nation. Here in beautiful sunny San Diego, I'm Nick Ocello. Thank you very much for joining me from wherever in the world it is you're watching. And as we head into the fourth quarter, it is Hong Kong, China with a 4-goal lead over the Netherlands. Netherlands have a big task in front of them to climb out of this hole. But a great job on the adjustments by Hong Kong, China, as here comes Evan Maclamé. Maclamé beat the double team, and where Dash Sai picks up the ball. It was interesting watching the Hong Kong, China face-off progression. It was an Achilles heel for them in the first quarter, and they have made the adjustments. They have done a very good job turning that into a strength here in the second half. As you can hear their fans come alive. The Hong Kong China faithful supporting the men in black, and that man right there, Kai Chen, has one of the better shots you'll see today as he scored last quarter. And here he comes, Chan sweeping to his right, passing back to Mac. Mac over to Logan Ip. So dangerous. Is he going to do it again as he bounces away? That right-handed sweep of Ip as he dodges to his left, feeds to the backside, although Jan Schonen is there. Logan Ip had a number of people open, but Schonen says no, and here comes the Netherlands in transition. Schonen decides not to try and press it, and instead to let the men who are paid to score goals do just that. Jorik van Baal. As Van Baal moves it up top. That's Jelle Meerman up top with him. And if the Netherlands wants to dig their way out of this hole, we'll see how they try to do that. Brady Vibrance with the ball right now. Vibrance tries to go underneath before rolling back up top. He's in a dangerous spot, moves it to the top center. Fake shot as Aldrich van der Heide had me excited, thought he was going to release it. Give a chance to test Wilson Wong for the first time in the fourth quarter here. Moves back up to Jorik van Baal. Van Baal, as the substitutions come on in, Jasper Barsingerhorn. Barsingerhorn gets a full head of steam, dodges to his right hand. He has a little bit of space. He's going to shoot. Shot goes wide. As Jasper Barsingerhorn looks to get in on the scoring action. Ball's going to start with Casper Bovey. Bovey's had himself a game. Been a part of a couple goals here. He dodges to his left. Is he going to get in on even more? No, he's not, at least not on that attempt. He rolls away and gets ready to play a two-man game as the Netherlands looks to initiate from behind. Tries to run through the double right there, passes it up top and across. Really good stick by Hong Kong China right there as the Netherlands players trip over themselves and fall down. That was Raymond Way doing a good job not letting the Netherlands execute on those skip passes. Those skip passes where so many problems happen for the defense. Good job by Way. As here's van der Heide. Van der Heide goes to his left. He's known for his roll dodges. Keep in mind, it's not just one or two. Sometimes it's that third, fourth, fifth. As van der Heide takes a shot. Shot goes just wide. Possession is going to stay with the Netherlands. As another initiation from the low wing. Shot again. Shot goes just wide. Aldrich van der Heide. Talking to the head coach of the Netherlands, they said they've lost the last two, need to finish strong. And whether or not that means a win or whether or not it just means that putting the emphasis on going out and giving it your all, need to have a strong finish so that there's not a bad taste in their mouth. As a pass to the backside, shot. And a good job by all three Hong Kong China. Well, it was two defensemen and a goalie go to back up that ball. And we're under 11 minutes to play. 4-goal game and a good offensive possession for the Dutch. Ultimately comes away fruitless. Unfortunate for them. Pass up to Matt C. As an attempted can opener. C beats it. As Matt C. did a bit of the solo mission clear. He's guarded by Yorick von Ball. C moves it down low. Hong Kong China going to be more than happy to play a patient, methodical approach. Not only does this team train together, know each other's tendencies so much that slower approach allows them to pick their spots and pick apart defenses, but now there's the time incentive to try and run down the clock, and while that's certainly not at the front of mind with 10 minutes left, that will be here sooner rather than later as Matt C gets to the middle of the field. He passes it in front. Here's Evan Mockleme sweeping to his right hand. Hong Kong China doing a bit of that pass in front of you that we saw Logan Ip do as Dash Sai moves it up to Chan. Good job by Mockleme to say, hey, Chan, you got the matchup. You're dodging against Yella Meerman as he gets to the middle of the field. Shot goes just high. Good job by Mockleme to say, Chan, take it to the middle, brother. As Chan does just that, gets a shot off. Wesley Wong moves it to Dash Sai. Over to Matt C, and here is Chan yet again. That strong right-handed player. As Evan Mockleme, he's harassed by Yeron Bosch. Hong Kong China taking their time. And just because this is a long possession doesn't mean they're not trying. Referees have not called the keep it in stall warning. Mockleme moves it to the backside. Matt C gets to his right hand, and there's the keep it in call. Matt C beats the double, gets inside, shot. What a save. Ernie Alberts in the one-on-none slams the door and keeps the Netherlands' dreams alive. As here they come pushing transition. They have some numbers. Pass to the backside, pass to the middle. Are we going to see a shot? Yes, we are. Shot is going to be gobbled up by Wilson Wong. Good opportunity for the Netherlands as Jan-Jaap Varnoot goes and tries to cause a little ruckus up top before Dragon Chong gets the ball and flips it to Kelvin Mack. Been very impressed with Hong Kong China's ability to find those open shots wherever they might be. It's been tough reading this Netherlands defense. What is the Netherlands consistently giving up? Well, it changes possession by possession. Sometimes it's the middle of the crease. Sometimes it's late on a slide. Could be anything. Hong Kong China reacts so well to anything that the Dutch defense gives them, as we are under 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here to play. Graham Rickhoff out on the ball. As there's Logan Ip. Ip's going to be guarded by Finn Ahrens. Tall task for Ahrens. As Ip rolls back to his left. And are they going to call that a moving pick? They are. Keith Sang with the moving pick, and what could have been a good opportunity for a clear does become one. My goodness. Van der Heide with the crafty loose ball right along the sideline, although there is a flag on the backside. And with 7 minutes left to play, it's Hong Kong China 9, Netherlands 5. We're going to take a quick break in the action, but coming out of that break, it's going to be Netherlands trying to claw their way back and not only force overtime, but come away with the victory. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter action coming up after this.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. At 87 years old, we still see the world with the wonder of new eyes, helping you discover untapped possibilities and relentlessly working with you to make them real. Old school grit, new world ideas. Morgan Stanley.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
And in a battle to claim the 13th best spot in the world, it is the Netherlands with the tall task of recouping a 4-goal deficit against Hong Kong China, but a good way to do that is to start on the man up. That's what they do here right now. They start in that 0 set, leaving a little bit of space on the crease before filling it, and then using off-ball movement to try and break down this Hong Kong China short man unit. Let's see what they decide to do here, starting off with some crisp ball movement. As a pass to the backside, he's going to see a shot, save! Wilson Wong has played a phenomenal second half here. Marco Fung started in goal for Hong Kong China, played very well. Wilson Wong says, you think you can play good? Watch how many saves I'm going to make. And that two-headed monster, a nightmare for the Netherlands here as they look to try and do anything that they can. We'll see what they do in the ride here, but pretty soon it is not just going to be Hong Kong China, but the clock that are working against them. Although watch out, a good ride, but an even better loose ball by Kai Chan prevents anything from happening as Wilson Wong got a little bit interesting, found himself in an interesting situation as Logan Ip escapes pressure. He moves it over to Wesley Wong. Dash Sai moves it up to Evan Moklame. And this Moklame-Chan combination, as we see right there, 40 to 35. 35 Moklame, 40 Chan. It's been fascinating to watch. A lot of times they decide to initiate from up top, but that doesn't mean that a guy like Moklame can't initiate from behind, which is what exactly he tries to do here, guarded by Joost van der Horst. Pass to the backside, Dash Sai, as he has a crafty toe drag underneath and beats Alberts. Dash Sai. My goodness, this is a cheeky, crafty little loose ball right here. You'll see the ball hit the deck and then whoop, just goes right underneath, and then the low to low. Beautiful play. The number 19 Dash Sai. Anytime you can do a toe drag off of a loose ball, it just looks so cool. Loose ball, toe drag, low to low. And will that be the goal that seals the fate here for the Netherlands? The only thing that I know is that they are not going to stop fighting. As this Netherlands team is one of my personal favorites due to the fact that they just have so much fun together. When they're in the dorms, they have a dedicated room as a barber shop. So if you see them stretching, you'll notice mustaches, mohawks, rat tails, all kinds of stuff. This team certainly bonding and enjoying what might be the last for about a third of their team. As a good job by Hong Kong China to break down this Netherlands defense. There's Kelvin Mack. Mack being hounded by Jeroen Bosch. Bosch moves it back up to Matt C. Matt C down to Sai. Sai to Wong. And the referees have called the keep it in stall warning as Wesley Wong decides to initiate. He gets to his left and shot. Another cheeky shot. Low to low out of the stick of Wesley Wong goes just wide. Dash Sai there to back it up as the keep it in call. Dash Sai, he dodges to his left, tries to fight through that double, maintains possession, moves it to his teammate, Evan Moklame. Moklame, he's continually hounded by Olaf van Nielen. As here comes Moklame up top. Are we going to see a shot? Shot goes just wide. Wesley Wong testing out Ernie Alberts, who's put together quite a second half. And now we see the Netherlands pushing out more and more as Hong Kong China looks to evade that pressure. That's Tony Ko being harassed by Finn Ahrens. Ko escapes pressure into a potentially dangerous area, but it looks like Hong Kong China is going to try their hardest to maintain possession and run off the clock. They say a 5-goal lead is good for us. Let's let the clock do the work as Hong Kong China decides to take a timeout And this timeout is for one of two reasons, maybe a hybrid of both. The first, let's strategize. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. But the second, let's catch our breath a little bit. We are being hounded and harassed by these Dutch defensemen. Let's get a breather. Let's catch our breath. And let's make sure that we finish out this last 2 minutes and 19 seconds with a bang. This Hong Kong China team, such a good representation of Hong Kong China itself, with a vast majority of the players practicing, playing, and all learning the game at the University of Hong Kong. They got in on June 10th to prepare for this tournament, working out at local high schools, local gyms, and they trained together all year round. They actually began preparation and started practicing in October, which could be a very good reason why they have put the world on notice and are in this 13th place game here, as Hong Kong China's lacrosse program will continue to improve exponentially over time, especially if this team is leading the way. And conversely for the Netherlands, a good mix of veteran leaders who know this is their last time putting on the orange helmet and representing their country that they're so proud of, ready to pass the torch off to the younger players. The sky is the limit for both of these programs who have played so well and so hard all tournament long. It's going to be Logan Ip beating the double team right off of the whistle. Netherlands doing all they can, but 53 in black, so shifty. Good double team. They got a stick on it. They send a third, and now it's 3-on-1. Very well executed triple team by the Netherlands. And here comes Brady Vibrance, and their foot is officially on the gas as we are under 2 minutes left to play. Here comes Vibrance all the way to the backside. Pass, shot, goal! Picture perfect execution as Aldrich van der Heide, off of the great pass from Brady Vibrance. Incredible heart and grit from this Netherlands team, emptying the take here as Logan Ip gets hounded by 3 Dutch defensemen. Picture perfect execution, and if you thought that was good, Brady Vibrance with the perfect dime of a pass to a cutting Aldrich van der Heide. And that is exactly why I love this Netherlands team and why their fans are so proud. Doesn't matter what the score is, doesn't matter how much time is left. Guys like Brady Vibrance, Aldrich van der Heide, Jelle Erik de Vries, they are going to give it everything that they have. Although the face-off win for Hong Kong China, ball scooped up by Raymond Wei, might be the last possession of the game, although watch out. Don't jinx it here. Pass, feed to the crease, and couldn't handle it on the open net, although still an unsettled situation. We'll see what the Netherlands tries and does with it as Jan Schoenen has the ball in his stick, and that's going to be a timeout for the Netherlands. Very interesting series of events. Hong Kong China wins the face-off, but it's the pressure applied, especially to goaltender Wilson Wong, that so impressive about this Netherlands ride. And in that unsettled situation, a feed to the crease had a wide open opportunity, but unfortunately the Dutch attackmen unable to handle it. But they are going to take a timeout, strategize, and say, hey, crazier things have happened. 1 minute, 26 seconds left, 4 goals. That's why you play the game close to insurmountable, but not impossible, as they put together a set piece and get ready to come out and give it everything that they have. Keep in mind the last time Hong Kong China called a timeout, they put together a beautiful play that had a sweeping Logan Ip fire off a rocket. I believe that was in the 3rd quarter. And Hong Kong China's defense comes back out and gets ready to play the last 1 minute, 26 seconds left here. Hong Kong China. It's going to be Jelle Erik de Vries. Happy birthday. Starting with the ball, he moves it back down low. Van der Heide gets to his left hand, rolls back to his right, feeds to the backside, shot, goal! Van der Heide to de Vries. And it's a 3-goal game. De Vries is going to get credit for the goal, but Van der Heide did all the work as we see him dodge to his left, roll back to his right, eyes up, and a great pass to the backside, making it an easy goal, if you can call it that, for Jelle Erik De Vries, his 4th World Championship, played in 2010. 23 years of World Lacrosse Championships for number 14 in white. Now a 3-goal game, just over 1 minute left to play. And the Netherlands have a little bit of momentum here, and they're going to win the faceoff. Wieland Mushkins scoops up the loose ball, and with 1 minute 6 seconds left to play, the Netherlands take a timeout. Crazier things have happened. Off of the last timeout, we saw the wonder kid, Aldrich van der Heide, dodge to his left hand, roll back to his right, where Jelle Erik De Vries was waiting on the backside of the crease for a quick stick goal opportunity. So we'll see if it's van der Heide. Don't be surprised if Jake Bauman, he gets in on the action, 34 in white. But it's up to those men right there, the Hong Kong China defensive unit, team and coaching staff, saying, all right, let's make sure let's not panic. We played good all game. Wilson Wong, the goaltender, has put together quite a second half. So certainly no need to panic if you're a Hong Kong China faithful. And let's see if it gets interesting here, folks. 1 minute and 6 seconds left. 4th quarter for the last time these two teams are going to suit up and represent the areas they are so proud to represent. And here we go. It's going to start with De Vries. Jelle Erik De Vries, he dodges to his right hand as he tries to come off the pick. He gets a little bit of space, shot, and there's the save that Hong Kong China needed. Wilson Wong with the 5-hole stop, although the Netherlands ride has been a thorn in the side of Hong Kong China, especially late in these situations. Let's see if there is a turnover, as time is now officially the enemy of the Dutch. And that big hit is an opportunity. 30 seconds left. We'll see if they can get one more. As Joost van der Hoos passes it to the backside. Going to see a step-down shot here. Shot, and good job by the Hong Kong China defense to get in the way of that. We are at 15 seconds left. Netherlands with their foot on the gas. So proud to represent their country. 10 seconds left, and the shot, one-handed attempt by Aldrich van der Heide, who's put together such a tournament, is going to be the last shot of the game. And it's Hong Kong China securing the 13th best team in the world title as time runs out on the comeback hopes of the Netherlands. That man right there, Logan Ip, a couple of his counterparts, Dash Sai, Kai Chan, a couple others for Hong Kong China. What a tournament they've put together. They had a game plan. They had the tournament that put them on the map. Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are. This is the 2023 World Lacrosse Championships in a game that saw a little bit of everything and even a little bit of dramatics there at the end as the proud Netherlands defense and offense tried to mount a comeback, but ultimately it was Hong Kong China coming away with the victory. We thank you. This is Nick Ocello on behalf of the entire technical team. We appreciate you tuning in from wherever in the world you are watching. Final score here today, Hong Kong China 10, Netherlands 7.